Time now for the latest Commitment 2010 election news. And guess what? We're going to be talking to new Honolulu Mayor Peter Carlisle. His term in office just began, and Carlisle was officially sworn in on Monday after winning the September special election. And Mr. Carlisle joins us now with more, and he is fresh back from his trip from Washington, D.C. to work on the rail project. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Mahia. Kenny?
Good morning, Kenny. He's off on the side right over there. So you went to Washington, D.C. to drum up support for the rail transit system.
Yeah, actually, it was more to show that there's consolidated leadership in the city and county of Honolulu, that the legislative branch, the executive branch, as well as the operational branch, are all in accord that we need to get going on this project as soon as possible. So I was there with Tadapo, and it was really his idea, and Ikaika Anderson, yes, Councilman Tadapo, who's going to be with us, I think, until November. And his idea was, look, we need to get you there as soon as possible to make a statement to those people in Washington that this is a top priority of yours. And it couldn't have been emphasized enough by the people who were there, particularly Peter Rogoff, who was the key person for us to speak with, that I was there within 48 hours of having been sworn in as mayor, and this was my way of saying, hey, look, this is a major, major project, and it's a major priority for the city and county government.
What was the response in talking to the officials there in terms of the commitment funding-wise for a very expensive project?
I want to tell you that, first off, Peter Rogoff is the guy for mass transit in the United States. He's in charge of all mass transit projects from coast to coast and out here. And what he said, and I want to quote him specifically, he said that they are anxiously looking forward to move our rail project along, and his interest in it hasn't changed at all from the time that he committed funds to us to keep the project going forward. He also confirmed that President Obama's 2011 budget includes $55 million, and there is no reason to believe that this will be changed. So this is great news. I mean, we're now actually a line item in the president's budget, and that hasn't happened before. So that's very, very positive and very encouraging.
And also on the trip you went with Toru Hamayasu. He's the project manager. Is the project still on course, on time, and on budget? Well,
it's not on time because the original estimate was earlier than this, but his idea is that we can get ourselves, it's an optimistic view. He's looking at it. If everything goes right, we can really start moving forward seriously in March. And I'm certainly hoping that that's true. I can't emphasize enough that one of the things that's going to impress the federal agencies is that if we commit our own money, the money that we've already raised from the general excise tax, to beginning the project. And at the end of this year, the city will have approximately $400 million in general excise taxes that can be used for the transit. We'd like to use our funds immediately, not only to impress the people in Washington, D.C., but also to get our construction workers back to work. So we have that opportunity because we've got this money in the bank, and the sooner we use it, the sooner we begin the economic recovery for the people who are in the construction industry, and the more we are going to impress the authorities in Washington as to our commitment to this project, which I can guarantee you I'm 100% behind.
And during your campaign, you said that you were the guy for fiscal responsibility. Now that you're in the mayor's office, have you seen anything in the budget that needs to be cut?
We're taking a look at it across the board, and we're asking every person who is a director to take a look and see what can be done immediately. The first thing we need to do is look to see if there's some mitigation we can do with the sewer fees, and that's not because it's general excise taxes, but it's because it's another burden on the taxpayers. But no, we're looking across the board with the ability to try and look basically department by department what can be done, and they're going to be reporting to me. So one of the key people for me to get on board early is just an accountant. How much is coming in and how much is going out? We need to know that updated frequently.
And really quickly, you just got back from Washington, D.C. on Saturday, and you went straight to the football game.
I went right there.
What a game, huh?
It was Veterans Night. Very exciting, very tense in the last few minutes. And I'm very sorry about the conduct of Nevada. It's a wonderful location.
Yeah,
but,
what's up without the handshaking at the end?
Well, it seems to me like it's a sort of, for them, it was, what do you call it, a not very tasty grape, one that doesn't taste too sweet.
Very sour. All right, Mayor Peter Carlisle, thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to see you. Kenny over there, hang in there, okay?
Thank you.
Kenny, thanks. And if you'd like to watch this interview again or any of our other segments on our morning news, you can go to kitv.com/thismorning.